My name's Blake Leith. I just finished completing a video recommending Dr. Darren Martin's latest book, Architecting a Company of Owners. I'll upload it here in a moment for December 2022's series of gifts, which is a follow-up to our November series on gratitude. But I thought I'd go an extra mile because I know Dr. Darren Martin personally, and we have worked together in varying capacities for about 2 decades. And when I was filming the video to recommend his latest book, it occurred to me that I had written for him a LinkedIn recommendation a number of years ago. And I searched for it and I found it, and I thought I would just share it with you because you might be motivated to read his book because he's a great author and he's a very writerly, scholarly person and a phenomenal deliverer of keynotes and the like. But I thought some of you might actually be more interested in knowing about Darren as a person, about his character, about his integrity. And so that's what I'm doing now, because my LinkedIn recommendation was very much in that vein. So I'm literally going to read it to you, and then I will be out of your hair. So here's what I wrote about Darren. I met Darren in 2002 or so at some lunch place. My having just moved to Dallas a couple years prior and desperately needing to build a bench of strong leadership talent for our growing consultancy in Texas. I can't quite remember whether Tony Geary introduced me to Darren or Darren introduced me to Tony Geary. But I do remember this. Darren displayed a genuine heart for helping and an earnest attitude. After 51 orbits around the sun, I can tell you 3 things about myself. 1, I respect people with fertile minds. 2, I admire prolific people who work hard, create, and contribute more to the world than they consume. But more than these combined. 3, I treasure generous people whose hearts beat to serve, to elevate others, and to help them shine. For nearly 2 decades now, Darren's and my career have been strings that sometimes run parallel, have sometimes pointed in opposite directions, sometimes nodded to help enlarge the other, but have always and reliably braided together to get the job done. You know those weirdly surreal moments in life that stick to your brain like price tags gummied on the back of those frames at Hobby Lobby? The ones that never let go? My second visit with Darren was a 5-minute phone call about 2 weeks later. A phone call I'll never forget. I stood in an HR executive's corner office on the top floor as he offered me enough work to employ 4 of our full-time consultants for what wound up being 5 consecutive years. Darren was my first call that day. And I can tell you this as if it was yesterday. The boundless joy I felt telling him about the opportunity paled only in comparison to his pure, egoless, exuberant reaction, like a kid who hit a homer. I think it's fair to say that both our careers were made that day. I know mine was. In his infinite wisdom, the good Lord above had nudged me to have lunch with a stranger in a strange land. But now I cannot imagine my career without him. Everyone needs someone in their life like Darren. Not because of what they can do for you, but because of what their presence enables you to believe is possible. Maya Angelou wrote, "Long after you forget what someone said, you'll remember how they made you feel." I dig that. It's true. But I would clarify this. It's not how they make you feel about them that matters, but rather how being in their presence enables you to feel about yourself. And how I feel in the presence of Darren is yes, I can. I hope you'll let him into your life as well. Have a great 2023.